So which brings us really to the next question. How are companies executing on their digital transformation? And what's driving those decisions? Because you can start from just about anywhere, right? So what are they thinking of?
Well, you will be surprised, maybe not. Cloud computing is still on top of the list.
Right.
Cloud. You go anywhere, you say cloud. But okay, that's obvious. However, it's not just cloud, but how we store, mine, monetize, and secure the data. So when it comes to cloud, a lot of the companies realizing that just going to the cloud ain't gonna solve the problems. It's just moving the problem to a different domain, and then a whole bunch of other Pandora boxes are gonna open.
Yes.
But if you are coming to this transformation with the data in mind, in other words, data becomes so much more impactful in any decisions we're making in the enterprise. So how you manipulate that data, what do you do with this data, whether it's the customer data, sales data, any data, that really is going to make a difference between whether there's any impact of the digital transformation or you just move the problem to a different domain. Okay, so cloud computing has to be reasonable and with why you're doing it in mind. And cost is not the only reason why we go to the cloud.
Agreed.
And that brings us to the second point, which is the AI and machine learning. Even in the security field, as security professionals, cybersecurity professionals, we see more and more attempts to use AI and machine learning to solve the complexity of the security issues, even a cyber attack, or how you respond, how you detect, how you predict what's going to happen next. But this is not just in a cyber, across all lines of businesses. And again, going back to the pandemic, if you have a better predictive models, if you have a better learning models, we can predict certain situations if we input, obviously, the information correctly. There's also risks.
Yes.
I just read a rather scary article about how data in Instagram cause the young girls that start looking for fitness. Next thing was fed to them was diet. Next thing was fed to them was anorexia, and in a way that you should embrace it. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of sick people that make movies, how thin I am, how great I am. And the next thing what happened is how to commit suicide. I kid you, that's really scary. So, and all this is an algorithm, is an AI, because that's what people are looking for, that's people are searching for. So if you just let AI run uncontrollable, you can actually impact people's lives. There's a whole bunch of lawsuits right now going. I'm interested to see whether it's going to make any impact or not against Meta and against their subsidiary, which is the Instagram, on how they lacking of the control, maybe even purposely did not control the data that flooded into the minds of these young girls, because some of them did commit suicide. And the question is, okay, what was the environmental impact, or was the personal impact, and how those things worked, unfortunately, too well together.
Yeah, and I think this merits another discussion completely, AI and the ethics of it. And we will delve into that in a future conversation, Ola, for sure.
Oh, I am excited that conversation. I actually did some research recently on that for our security purposes as well. But obviously, it's a much bigger topic to engage on. And so this is a segue to the third priority, which is cybersecurity. That's where a lot of digital investments are going. I see a lot of new startups coming up, even in the spaces such as identity and access management, which was like a very set in their ways, something that nobody will change. And then you see the new generation of firewalls, new generation of security. IoT is definitely such a new world that opened up with the smart device, automation, sensors. Cybersecurity was definitely not prepared to deal with that. When you're looking at the different industries, So manufacturing is always cutting edge, which is interesting in terms of how they embrace the digital transformation. And interesting enough, again, they go very far in how they embrace the IoT and cloud and machine learning, but the security is still an afterthought. And this is something that I'm trying not to be security, because I am in the security field, I'm in the cybersecurity field. So please stop me when I do too much on security, but it cannot be overlooked. It cannot be an afterthought. Today, we do understand if you build security, cybersecurity into your digital transformation journey, it's much easier to succeed. It's much easier to prevent those risks, to measure those risks, and still be successful in the imperatives that you went to the digital journey to begin with. And that's really, I think the understanding is there. As you can see, the priority is there. The question is how well it's going to be implemented, and the jury is still out.
True.